Hello and welcome to English for You. I'm Reese.
And I'm Laura.
And I'm so excited today, Laura.
You are? Are we going somewhere?
We're going to my favorite place in the whole world.
Oh my gosh.
A place full of felines, crawling
cats.
with cats and kittens. You might have heard of this place. It's called 猴硐.
猴硐, yeah, okay. I've actually never been there, but now, thanks to this article, now I will.
I've been there so many times, probably like 5 or 6 times.
No way.
I mean, it's a town full of cats. Of course I'm going to go there.
Super cute.
It's a really interesting place to visit. It's pretty close to Taipei, maybe an hour or so by train, and it's just really beautiful as well. So today's article is called From Coal to Cats.
Interesting.
The story of 猴硐. And we're going to learn a bit about the history of this place.
Okay.
And it's famous now because of its cats. There's a good reason why. Let's dive into the article.
Okay, let's do that. Meow.
Meow.
Reading.
From Coal to Cats, the story of 猴硐. In a beautiful valley in Ruifang district, you'll find a tiny village that is full of cats. The village has become famous for its furry residents, but this wasn't always the case. The northern village of 猴硐 used to be Taiwan's biggest coal mining town. It was a wealthy place with a population of about 6,000 until the mines closed in 1990. After that, few people chose to remain in 猴硐. The village was almost forgotten, but in 2009, a cat lover wrote a blog about the large number of cats that lived there. People started visiting the town to see the cats, and the residents saw a chance to do business. A few cat cafes and stores appeared, and the local government invested funds in the village. A new museum opened, and a bridge was fixed to help tourists and cats cross over the train tracks safely. 猴硐 is a great place for a day trip from Taipei. Just remember to be gentle with the cats that live there.
So the article begins with, in a beautiful valley in Ruifang district, you'll find a tiny village that is full of cats. I love this place. Well, we said that it's in Ruifang district. What is a district? Well, it's pretty easy. It's a section of a city, one small part of many districts that make up a city or a place. Cities are big, and so they're usually separated into smaller districts so that they're easier to manage and control. Each district might have its own leader and maybe slightly different rules. In Taipei, there are many districts, including Datong District, Da'an, Xinyi, Shilin, Songshan. There are so many.
Okay. 所以一开始呢，我们提到的瑞芳 district 指的就是新北市的瑞芳区，其中的 district 这个字呢是个名词，就是区啦或者是行政区。那我们刚刚有看到，哇，这个地方它有很多的猫咪。Be full of something 就是充满着什么什么，很多的什么什么。如果你的老师跟你说 Your homework is full of spelling mistakes， 你可能就要小心哦，表示你拼字可能要加强，加油好吗？ Or you could also say life's full of surprises.
That's nice.
对啊，就像你要跟我讲你要回英国，酷酷。OK， 所以课文我们回到课文来看一下，在瑞芳区的一个美丽的山谷，你会发现一个小小的哇，充满很多猫咪的村子。我在猜这就是我们一开始提到的猴硐，或者是有人好像叫它猴洞、猫村。OK， 所以这个字好像是一个破音字哦，有硐或者是洞这样的念法。
I think we'll stick with 猴硐 for this article.
Okay, sure.
Well, back to the story, and the village has become famous for its furry residents, but this wasn't always the case. So that last sentence there means that it used to be famous for something else.
Yeah.
Whereas today, it's famous for its furry residents. Let's talk about a few words here. Furry, F-U-R-R-Y, is an adjective which just means covered with fur. Most animals are furry, or at least mammals are. Cats, dogs, bears. Any animal that
Bears.
has hair or fur over their body can be called furry. We also had the word resident, a furry resident. A resident is a person who lives in a place. It comes from the verb to reside, which means to live or stay in a particular place. So the residents of a place are the people that live there. We could be talking about the residents of a city or a country or even just a single house.
OK， 所以刚刚有出现 furry 这个字，对不对？其实它是由名词 fur，F-U-R， 就是动物的毛啦，或是毛皮，加上字尾 y 结合成的哦。那其实有字尾 y， 通常有着充满着什么啦，或是被什么覆盖的，所以常常是接在名词的后面。所以刚刚提到的形容词 furry 其实就有着有毛皮的或是毛茸茸的这样的意思啦。而我们提到是毛茸茸的居民来形容 cats resident 这个名词就是居民，但是刚刚也提到这个 phrase be the case 是什么意思呢？Something is the case 或是 be the case 就是情况是如此的哦。So if you say something is the case, you mean that is true or correct. 我们来举个例子好了。I thought Kevin and Kelly were still a couple, but this isn't the case. They broke up last week. Oh no! 我以为 Kevin 跟 Kelly 他们还是一对，可是情况并非如此啊。他们上周分手了，哭哭。OK， 所以回到的课，我们得知说这个村呢，已经因为它的毛茸茸的这个居民而闻名，也就是猫咪啦。但是这个状况并非是一直这样的，所以它之前不是以猫闻名，是以别的东西。
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, the title of the article gave us a clue as to why it was famous before. And the article explains.The northern village of Hotong used to be Taiwan's biggest coal mining town.
OK， 所以它以前其实是什么呢 ？Coal mining town。我们先来看一下复合形容词 coal mining， 它就是采矿的。那它是复合名词 coal， 还有 mining 演变而来的哦。所以整个句子在说，位在这个台湾北部的猴硐聚落以前是台湾最大的煤矿产业的重镇呢。Wow, okay, I didn't know this as well.
That's right. And
So new to me.
If you visit Hotong, in addition to the cats, you can also see the old mine carts and the factories and the tunnels inside the mountains where they used to push the coal. It's very interesting. I think you can even ride one of the old mine carts into the hills.
Indiana Jones.
Sounds like an action movie. Well, back to the article and more about the history of Hotong. It says it was a wealthy place with a population of about 6,000 until the mines closed in 1990. Okay, so fairly recently, about 32 years ago, and 6,000 people lived there. That's not a lot of people, but it's a pretty small village. The article used the word wealthy. Wealthy is an adjective and it basically means rich, somebody who has lots of money and wealth. Wealth is the noun form, which means money or things that have lots of value. So if you're wealthy, you have lots of money. You're rich. We can describe people as being wealthy, or you can describe a company or a country even as being wealthy. The article said that Hotong used to be a very wealthy mining town, which means that the town used to make a lot of money. Here's an example sentence. My wealthy Uncle Thomas always gives us big, expensive gifts at Christmas.
Oh, I love Uncle Thomas.
Me too.
Come to my house on Christmas. OK， 我们来看一下 wealthy 这个字，就是富有的，它是一个形容词。像是呢 ，The boy came from a wealthy family, but he's very humble and well-mannered. 这个男孩他来自一个富裕的家庭，但是他非常谦虚，非常彬彬有礼哦。所以回到课文提到的，就是在这里就是猴硐啦。之前是一个很富裕的地区，就是它可能经济很好啊。那人口大约有6000人，直到1990年它就封矿了。No more coals after 1990.
Yeah, they closed the coal mines and they stopped producing it because Hotong would move into a new stage of its journey. The article tells us after that, 1990, few people chose to remain in Houtong. So here the word few is kind of used in an interesting way, right, Laura?
Exactly. So let's take a look at few. 刚刚的句子提到了 few， 不过很多人常常跟 a few 会搞混哦。要注意，它们两个还是有差别的哦。A few 是表示一些，就是跟 some 的意思是接近的，它是有肯定的语气。而 few 是很少，是带有否定的语气，所以两个如果搞混，意思大不相同。我来举个例子，大家就很清楚哦。如果我说 I have a few friends， 我有一些朋友，把它讲成了 I have few friends， 人家就有可能会觉得好可怜哦，你好像几乎没有朋友，可能就一个吧。再给大家两个例句哦。I got a few apples at the store earlier。我早上在店里买了一些苹果。然后我们再来比较这个。Few people ate at the restaurant today. 今天没什么人在餐厅吃饭诶，有没有感受到这就是很少很少，有点否定的意味咯，可能食物不好吃吧。好，那如果要修饰不可数名词，我们则要用 a little， 就是一点点，这是有肯定的语气哦，以及 little 就是很少，几乎没有，有否定的语气。举个例子 ，I'd like to drink a little water before I start exercising。在我健身前，我想要喝点水。我们再来比较 little 这个用法。Charlie has little money, so he usually doesn't go to restaurants. Charlie 没什么钱，因此他通常不会上馆子哦。
So the article said that few people chose to remain in Houtong. So that means not many, right?
That's right.
Well, the article used the word remain, which is a verb, and it means to stay in a place that you have already been located in. It means to not move, to stay where you are, to remain somewhere means you must have already been there for some time. I cannot remain in a place that I've never been to. Some examples could be remain at home if you feel sick, or remain inside if there's a typhoon.
Yes.
I'll remain in Taipei until the end of summer. Here's an example sentence. Students should remain on the school campus until the bell rings at 3:40 p.m.
I'm gonna miss you. 好了，我们来看一下 remain， 就是 stay 留下这样的意思哦，它是一个动词。那通常我们会用 remain in, at 或是 with 跟它一起连用哦，就是留在什么什么地方。举例来说 ，Please remain in your seat until the plane comes to a complete stop.
I hate people who stand up too early.
这个很恐怖，也很危险，所以这时候在飞机上可能会听到这样广播，请留在座位上，直到飞机完全停止哦。Yeah， 如果马上站起来，我觉得非常非常危险，然后就会被喝止之类的。课文提到的是，在那之后，很少人选择留在猴硐。
But not all is lost for Houtong. There is a bright future ahead. The village was almost forgotten, but in 2009, a cat lover wrote a blog about the large number of cats that lived there. Now, I would say that this cat blogger was me, but I wasn't writing a cat blog in 2009. What is a blog? B-L-O-G. It's a funny sounding word. Blog is a noun, and it's basically like a diary on the internet. A page on the internet where somebody writes about their ideas, feelings, or experiences, usually for other people to read.
部落格, that's the Chinese.
Really?
It's kind of like borrowing the sound of the words
Yeah, blog.
in English. 对啊，我觉得它应该是从英文的那种声音吧，部落格 and a blogger is a 部落客。
Ah, okay.
Isn't that cute?
Yeah,
okay.
that's cute.
所以这个村庄几乎被遗忘了，但是在2009年，一位爱猫人士，对，不是 Reese， 写了一个部落格文章，然后就说到哇，有很大量的猫咪是住在这边哦，所以就引起大家注意喽。
Have you ever kept a blog?
I think so when I was younger. Yeah.
I think a lot of teenagers do. I'm not sure about nowadays, but when we were teenagers, it was pretty popular to have blogs on websites like Tumblr. Well, back to the article and more about the future of Houtong. People started visiting the town to see the cats, and the residents saw a chance to do business.
OK， 所以人们开始去这个城镇看猫咪啊，所以当地的居民因此就看到了商机啊。
Yeah, what is that business opportunity? Well, here it is. A few cat cafes and stores appeared. and the local government invested funds in the village. This is why many people like to go to Houtong today to see the cats, but also to visit the fun stores and cafes that sell cat-themed toys and beverages and food.
Oh my god, I want to go. How come I never got to know this place?
It's super cute. So the word cafe was used, and you've probably been to some of these before.
Right.
Cafe is a noun, and it's a place that sells coffee, tea, and sometimes food, like cakes. There are cafes all over cities like Taipei. They're often full of people working or studying, as they're usually comfortable, quiet places to focus. Here's an example sentence. I spent the afternoon working on my homework in the cute cafe near school.
OK, cafe 是我最喜欢去的地方，就是咖啡厅。它是一个名词哦。
I love cafes too, and I always choose one if I've got a big project to do that's super comfortable and has good coffee.
Yes.
Well, the article also used the word invest, which is a verb, and it's a very adult verb. To invest means to put money into something that you think might make you more money in the future or give you other benefits. For example, buying yourself a chocolate bar is not investing because you won't really get any benefit in the future. But if you buy a house with your money, that could be a good investment. Why? Because in the future, you could sell that house for more money. So to invest means to put money into something that you think will grow.
可是条件是 you have to be able to afford buying a house.
True.
对啊，一开始
Which in Taipei is
很难，
impossible.
超难的，在台北要买房子超难。我们先来看一下 invest 这个动词，就是投资。的确，它是一个蛮成人的一个字哦。那投资它的名词是 investment。那课文提到的是 invest funds in the village. Invest something in something else， 就是将什么东西投资在什么什么。
Yeah, so there was money given to Houtong to help it grow and become a place for business and tourism. Funds was another word that was used, and let's have a look at what that means. The word funds is related to the word invest. It's all about money. Funds with an S on the end is the noun in its plural form, and it's often used in its plural form. Money that can be used for something is funds, a bunch of money that's being collected, often from different places or sources, and usually for a particular purpose. If you're going to move out of your parents' house to the big city, they might ask you, do you have enough funds? i.e., do you have enough money? Or if the government wants to build a new airport in the city, they'll need to find some funds to do that. They need money, and they'll probably get it from your taxes. Here's an example sentence. I don't have enough funds in my account for this month's rent.
没错 ，funds 就是资金，那通常是以它的复数形。那我来讲一个非常有意义的 The organization raises funds for victims of the earthquake.
That's good.
OK， 我们回到课文提到的是，有些猫咪啊的咖啡厅啊，还有商店就开始出现喽，而且当地的政府也开始投资资金在这个村上哦。
That's right. And where did that money, those funds, where did they go and what did they build? Well, the article explains. A new museum opened and a bridge was fixed to help tourists and cats cross over the train tracks safely.
好可爱。
And actually, in Houtong, this is one of the places where you can see many cats sleeping in the shade on the bridge above the train.
Super cute.
Really cute. So the article used the word tourist here, which is a noun, and a tourist is a person who travels to another country or place to visit. If you go to France on vacation, you're a tourist. If you're from Taipei and you visit Tainan, you can be a tourist as well. You're a tourist when you visit a place that you don't live in, and usually for fun and to explore. So I'm a foreigner, but I'm not a tourist in Taiwan. I'm not here to travel. I'm here because I work and live here. Here's an example sentence. Since COVID-19 started, there haven't been many tourists in Taiwan.
真的，而且我们也不能出国，哭哭。
马上吧。
我想要当一个 tourist。OK，tourist 就是游客，它是一个名词，所以常常我们会看到跟它连用的字，像是 tourist attraction， 就是旅游景点啊，像是台北101，就是很有名的台湾的 tourist attraction， 或是 tourist season， 就是旅游旺季。那有时候呢，人家可能会说 The food here is not so good. Only tourists come to this restaurant. 就是说，只有观光客才会来，这边的食物是骗钱的。
Yeah, some people say don't be a tourist, be a traveler.
Oh, that's a good word, traveler.
Another word used was the word track, which are those metal bars on the ground that trains ride on. It's kind of like a road for trains. And trains need tracks because they have special wheels. Trains can't just drive anywhere. They have to stay on the tracks. And the tracks guide the trains where to go. Some other kinds of vehicles also have tracks too, like trams and roller coasters. Here's an example sentence. Don't cross the tracks until the light stops flashing. You could get hit by a train.
OK， 所以 track 其实就是铁轨，它是一个名词哦。Yeah, it's dangerous to walk on tracks. You don't want to get run over by a train. Boom. OK， 看一下课文在说什么呢？他说一个新的博物馆就开馆了，而且它有一座桥还被修缮哦，来帮助游客跟猫咪安全的可以穿越铁轨。
Well, the article finishes up here. It says, Hotong is a great place for a day trip from Taipei. Just remember to be gentle with the cats that live there.
Yes, be nice. 从台北出发，猴硐是一个非常很棒的一日游的地点哦。但是只要记得要好好温柔的对待住在那边的猫咪哦。
The cats there are really friendly. Maybe even some of them you can pet them. Just be nice and careful with them. And Laura, you need to go.
I have to go.
It's so cool.
I want to go.
Well, let's go to our For You chat question to wrap things up.
For You chat.
Today's For You chat question is something we've kind of discussed already, but let me ask you, Laura, have you ever been to Hotong? If so, what did you think of it? If not, would you like to go?
Of course I would. I mean, cafes, cute little cats. I want to actually pet them if they're super friendly.
They are friendly.
Yeah, okay. And also, I think those coal mining places, they're probably also worth a visit. They're museums. Right, okay. So, yeah, what did you think of the places you went in Hotong?
Amazing. I mean, the cats are obviously the most important thing there. They're super cute and kind of friendly. You know, don't get too close. Maybe some of them are upset sometimes, but they're usually pretty fine.
Okay.
And apart from the cats, yeah, like there's the old mining museum. There are mine carts you can ride in. There's like these weird old buildings that are kind of broken down that look really cool.
Okay.
And like the train passes through every 30 minutes or so. It's just a really cute, nice day out. And if you've got some work to do, you could set up in a cafe there and enjoy the day.
Wow, did you do that?
No, I was only there just for visiting.
Okay.
Yeah. You guys can think about this question too. Have you been? Did you like it? If not, would you like to go?
Yes.
You can talk about that with your friends. That's all we have for now, and we'll see you next time. Meow meow.
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 Meow meow.
Meow, meow.
Vocabulary Review.
Wealthy. The houses in this part of town are so expensive that only wealthy people can afford to live here. Remain. Although there aren't many jobs in this town anymore, many people choose to remain here to stay close to family. Cafe. Cafe. Every Saturday afternoon, John loves to sit in his local cafe, drink coffee, and read a book. Funds. We're selling these cakes today to help raise funds for the local kids' soccer team. Tourist. It's best to avoid this beach on weekends because many tourists come here and it's always busy. Track. Rosie's shoe got caught in the train track while she was crossing, but luckily, No trains were coming.
智慧小补帖。
District. Resident. Blog. Invest.
以上节目是由活用空中美语制作，活用空中美语杂志，请洽询全国各大书店。如欲索取试听教材，请来电02-2364-4000 02-2364-4000，或上网查询，网址是 www.english4u.net www.english4u.net